Hi, my name is Kendra Valle. I'm a registered and licensed dietitian, and today we're going to briefly discuss portion control. Portion control is a very important aspect of weight loss and weight maintenance. We're going to discuss ways to control our portions in the home, outside of the home, such as when we're eating out at restaurants, and just some practical ways to remind ourselves of what an appropriate portion is. So let's start off with discussing the difference between what a serving size is and what a portion size is. A serving size is the amount that we typically see on the nutrition facts label of foods. This amount is usually given in specific measurements such as cups or tablespoons. A portion size is what we as the consumers choose to eat, which is typically more than what the serving size is, but occasionally the same or less than what the serving size is. So how do we remember what an appropriate portion size is unless we're carrying a list around with us? There are some practical ways to remind ourselves. Here I have a comparison. Here is an apple. The appropriate portion size for fruit is about the size of a tennis ball, as you'll see. All too often though, the grocery stores have apples or oranges about the size of a softball. This is about maybe 1.5 to 2 servings of fruit. So you can see how very easy it is to overeat just by picking a larger fruit. Here we have a deck of cards, which is about the size of what our meat, fish, or chicken, poultry should be. Or another way to estimate, if you don't have a deck of cards around, because it's not often handy for all of us, is about the size of the palm of your hand. So not including your fingertips or your thumb, just the palm. Cheese, we can estimate to be about the size of 4 dice put together. This would be 1 serving of cheese. If we clench our fists together, this is about 1 cup. So typically a serving size of pasta, as we have here, is half a cup. So if we have 1 cupful of pasta, that's 2 servings right there. So you can see these are just some practical ways and reminders of how to remember what an appropriate portion size is. There's also, let's say, a pancake should be about the size of a CD. Little things like that will help remind you. There are many ways to help prevent ourselves from overeating, such as using smaller plates, smaller cups. Our eyes play tricks on our minds. Here you can see we have a small salad size plate and then our typical dinner size plate. This is the same amount of food, but in my opinion this one looks more appealing because it's more full. And we're less likely to overflow it with food. So it's smarter to use the smaller salad size plate as your dinner plate. In addition, if we use a smaller cup, we're less likely to fill it up with more milk or more juice, therefore decreasing our calories. So just some ways to prevent overeating. We can, 1, try to drink water before meals, or try to start our meal off with a small side salad with some fat-free or low-fat dressing or a vegetable type broth soup. Also, try to eat your meals or snacks at the table so that there's limited distractions. If we're distracted and we're not paying attention, such as surfing the internet or watching TV, we're more likely to overeat. If you are watching TV or on the computer, then try to pre-portion your snack or your meal out. You're less likely to eat as much. It happens all too often where you grab a bag of potato chips and sit in front of the TV, and before you know it, the whole bag is gone. So if you're pre-portioning it out before you go to sit down in front of the TV, it'll definitely help decrease calories. Just some other ways that could help is if you keep the prepared food away from the kitchen table. If you keep it on the kitchen table, you're more likely to go and grab seconds. So keeping it away, it's less tempting, out of sight, out of mind. And if you do feel like going back for seconds, the best choice is going back for more non-starchy vegetables, such as your carrots, your broccoli, your cauliflower. And some tips for controlling your portions when you're eating out, because it's definitely more difficult since you're not preparing the food, is you can ask for a to-go box, so that way when the meal arrives at your table, you can automatically just pack half of it up and eat the other half there. You can also share half of the meal with your family or friends, because typically the restaurant-sized portions are way more than what we need. If there are some healthy options on the kids menu or the appetizer menu, those are typically smaller and would be more appropriate. So these are all very helpful ways in decreasing calories, which is ultimately what is going to help with weight loss and weight maintenance. And I hope that you found this helpful, and have a great day.